Come down the companionway. I've not got the carpet down at the minute, just to keep it clean while I'm traipsing in and out. There's a big pile of it over here which I can lay out. The carpet tiles all laid out, cut to size. So as you come in, you've got the galley with your cooker, 3 burners, stainless steel worktop. There's obviously your lockers behind, your plates. So I've been at sea, been on the mooring, so everything's taking a bit of a roll. Cutlery drawer. And then there used to be a fridge down here, so I was going to put a cupboard door. I went and replaced it with just a conventional chest style fridge freezer. These are your lockers. You've got your Seacocks for the sink, more storage behind, and a good window in the galley for venting. Your gas solenoid, and then from the galley looking everywhere else. Again, the upholstery, I've cleaned it all, but I could do with refreshing. The wood burning stove, the storage behind all the lockers, all the seats, and even more down in by and under the seats, obviously, in the bilge, a fairly shallow bilge. And then looking forward into the forward cabin. Storage, and again, got life jackets up in here. Look at the forward, this is the rigging for the mizzen mast. Forward hatch with all good hatches, not crazed at all. These were done 5, maybe 6 years ago. And a wee ladder to get out. This used to be the daughter's cabin, so you can see here I've added this plywood infill section. The door used to open inwards, hinged this side, used to open inwards, and I just replaced it with a curtain so the wee one would have more space to play. But this is all just screwed in if you wanted to take it out, but it makes it easier for storage. These are all the sails. They do have room under all here to go, just to keep them aired out. There's also the chain locker, this hose here, that's the chain pipe behind all these life jackets. The sailing gear. So yeah, in the red section there, yes, that's the chain locker. Again, I've got it open just to give it some air. And then under these sails is the Seacocks for the heads. There's a wee window in here too. And storage. And lights. And the heads. I've recently replaced the heads with one of Phosphor Chandler. Lockers behind as well. Opening windows like in the Westerlies. And again, just a wee light. And there's a wee shower on the tap. And there is a holding tank up forward actually, which you can use with this pump here to pump into the holding tank and switch them over there. That's it forward by the anchor locker. Then this is just pipe work for that pump. Yeah, the holding tank is actually just under those sails in that locker. Then the forward space there, that wee locker, is just an empty void. So they're looking aft again. Stove, galley. Oh, this is a lights in the galley. And then the chart table, again without the fridge freezer here, there was a pilot berth here, but again as I just lived on board the boat, there was no need for that. Got the switch panel for your service batteries and your house bank, fuel gauge. The water gauge doesn't work, the water tank gauge doesn't work. The water tank's located under this bench here. It's an encapsulated fiberglass tank, around 150 litres. Oh yeah, mast headlights, VHF, Garmin GPS, and then you've got your log and depth and your auto helm up here. This also opens. And there's a small bit of storage either side of the water tank. There's the water, that's the water tank there. Looking down the alleyway aft, engine room, and we have storage I used for filters and what have you. Searchlight. In here we have the batteries. And the 240 volt breakers. The controller for the solar panel, two house batteries and one engine start battery. You've got the immersion for the water heater, the Eberspacher hydronic heater, which sends coolant through the engine, heats up the coolant in the engine and the radiator in this saloon there. I've got the engine running at the moment, so excuse the noise. There's the calorifier, header tank for the coolant, and all these extra pipe work for the coolant you see is what goes to that hydronic heater in the same locker in the aft cabin here. So looking in the aft cabin, stepping through again, storage under all these. There's an aluminium Danforth for kedge anchor. All new headlining and lights, lockers down aft, and turning around windows. There's the bottom of one of the solar panels. More storage for your clothes. And looking forward. And then we come into the room. The old head, the old toilet. Again, in here, back here will be the hydronic heater. There's the hydronic heater and its expansion tank. And again, just for tools and oil, and that's the turnbuckles for the mizzen masts rigging. All the cushions in the aft cabin, all very good condition, same as the forward cabin. Very good condition upholstery. It's just the saloon that could do with the upholstery renewing. And again, a window the far side with just see the bottom of the solar panel through it. And again, the aft hatch, very serviceable condition. Looking forward again.